So as a performing artist, I imagine there are times when you notice that your body gets more tight than you'd like. Maybe you notice it while you're performing, or maybe afterwards you realize, oh my goodness, I've been holding tension that whole time, didn't even recognize it. Or maybe you've even gotten to the point where you have ongoing injuries, like I did. I had pain in my forearms from playing violin like this back in college. And so today, I'm going to be talking to you about what that tension is about and how utterly essential it is to learn how to release that kind of tension, even if it's not getting to the point of injuries, so that you can express soul force. And yeah, tension is kind of like having the e-brake on in your car, excess tension in your body. And you can get around if you have your e-brake on, but it's not as fun, doesn't work as well. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to let go of that e-brake. And that letting go, which is what I learned in the Alexander technique and what I teach as well, is a part so essential for Soulforce performance arts, because it really lets your light shine as you play. And of course, you'll feel better, you'll play better, your technique will be more fluid and free, you'll feel more at ease, the expressivity will flow better. So there's tons of benefits, which is why it's one of the 6 pillars of Soulforce performance arts that I talk about. So, all right, today is, my name is Joseph Arnold, and I'm a violinist, Alexander technique teacher, and founder of the Soulforce Arts Academy. And today is day 7 of 100 days of Soulforce. We've been taking a look at what is Soulforce and what are the other pillars of the Soulforce performance arts. So today we're going to be taking a look at releasing excess muscle tension. So this is a tricky thing. People can, you can know that you need to relax somehow. You can try all sorts of different things. You could try massages and exercise and meditation and yoga and all kinds of things, muscle relaxers even. But for me, none of these quite get to the point. And the point is how to release excess muscle tension in the moment of doing the difficult thing. So while you're performing, it's very challenging, and that tension can creep in, or maybe there's a lot of it, not just creeping. And that slows down your technique, right? It interferes with your sound quality or your quality of movement. It interferes with your expressivity. If you're trying to have this tender moment and you're like this, or even if you're having a really big moment, that tension, even though it feels like you're putting more effort into it, that effort is actually getting in the way. It's excess. And it dampens your expressivity. So, and then furthermore, this can lead to injuries, and this is what happened to me. I played with so much tension while playing violin back in college that pain spread throughout my arms, and I've really tried everything. And so all the doctors, so all the therapists, manual therapists, and exercises, oh gosh, I did everything. I wore a brace on my arm for years, and I could barely play. I could barely do my dishes. I was in a lot of pain. And then I took this class on the Alexander technique, and it just blew my mind. There were many counterintuitive things like paying attention to my body while I'm doing things. Like that idea was new to me. Yeah, and the idea that release of tension was helpful. The release of tension while playing violin or while walking was something to look out for. That was a new idea for me. And it really helped. It was really the only thing that helped. Yeah, I got something to show you here. Our bodies are kind of like a web, like this thing. This is a tensegrity structure. And, you know, the web is entirely interconnected here. And we have these soft pieces, and we have the hard pieces. And you can see when I move just one little part of it, the whole thing moves. Right? This is how our bodies work. If you have tension happening somewhere in your body, that's going to affect the rest of you. It's going to affect how you perform and feel, just function in general. And what we want to do is that release. Okay, so how do you do this? I'll give you the brief version here, and we will dive deeper into it in another time. But tension is a habit. Tension is a habit. Habits are behaviors like any other. Habits are really helpful. If you had to relearn how to tie your shoes every time, then you'd never get out the door. So tying your shoes is a useful habit. Habits are hard to change when they're not so useful. Habits are hard to change because they're unconscious, they're automatic, they're extremely familiar. There's a repetition, so like that groove in your brain is really strong. And all these factors can hide actually the discomfort of the tension in your body. You might not even be aware of the degree of tension that you're holding because of the automaticity, the unconscious familiarity of going like this all the time. And you probably do feel it at some level, but you might not recognize the whole picture. And that's due to the nature of habits. So how does a habit work? How do we change habits? So there's the stimulus and then the response. The stimulus is whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you want or that you're reacting to. The phone rings, that's the stimulus. Oh, it's time to play your instrument, that's the stimulus. Somebody talks to you, that's a stimulus. All kinds of different stimuli. And usually it goes down a particular pathway in your brain. Stimulus response, very fast. Stimulus response. Right, and if this pathway has too much tension in your body, then you're going to be just doing that tension unconsciously. And it doesn't matter how much you stretch your muscles afterwards or work out the knots in the muscles or do exercises. If you are still doing that pattern of tension, then that tension is going to come back no matter what. If you're doing exercises with that excess tension in it, then you're ingraining that tension even further. So we really have to get to the root cause. The root cause has to do with the stimulus and the response. So what do we need in order to change the situation? We need, what we really want is to go another direction here. Stimulus, another behavior pattern, one with less tension in it. How do we do that? We need some space to make a choice, a new choice. We need to have, some space around, some time around this pause, so we don't immediately, time around the stimulus, so we don't immediately go into the old habit. So what we need is this, stimulus, pause. Oh, I could do something else. It's time to play your instrument, pause. Oh, I could bring it up fluidly. Oh, here comes that hard part, stimulus, pause. Do I really need to hold my breath while I play this? I have this really cool idea I want to express, stimulus, pause. Do I need to really over effort as I bring about this cool idea? stimulus. Oh, I have all this feeling coming up inside me that I want to express through this passage. Pause. Does like scrunching your face and tensing your body help you express that feeling? No. This is where playing from the heart comes in. That starts with a stimulus, all that feeling. Pause. Oh yeah, we could have it be more easy, more effortless. So there's a lot more to say on that. We're coming at the end of our time here for today. I'll have a course about the magic pause. There's quite a lot to be learned there, and it's like pretty much the most powerful. I call this the magic pause, by the way. It's one of the most powerful tools that I know of for releasing tension in the midst of doing the things that you do. It's really incredible. If you apply this diligently and with curiosity to all the things that you do, it'll utterly change your life. And the amount of tension that you'll be experiencing will be so much less. You'll feel so much better in your body. You'll move more freely. You'll have the sense of being able to take your time when you do things. It's a sense of poise. And it's going to be a lot more fun too. Effort isn't fun. Effortlessness is fun. Okay, so your homework for today is to get to know what the stimuli are for your attention. What are the critical moments? The critical moments are like right after the stimulus happens, or right when the stimulus happens. So what are those stimuli? And maybe you could, even without like learning the proper technique of the magic pause, you could just try it. Like, here's that thing. Just pause. Wait, you don't have to try to relax or anything. Just, here's the thing you want to do. Just don't do it quite yet. Don't jump in. Don't hurry to it quite yet. Stimulus, pause. And just see what happens. All right. Very good. So that's all for today. I'm going to be coming out with 92 more, 93 more of these videos. So please do stay tuned. You can sign up for my blog and newsletter on my website, josepharnold.com. And if you want to come take private lessons with me, that would be very welcome. Again, you can reach out to me on my website. Private lessons would be great for anybody who really wants to make a big difference in their well-being, and especially people who are interested in this idea of soul force and how to express that more, how to play with incredible freedom that lets your light shine through. And that light is world-changing. That is life-changing. It's like that's what we want in the experience of performing, and that's what we want as an audience member to receive. We want to see your light. Your audience wants your light. And they're not going to see it all that clearly if it's obscured by excess tension. So please do come on by for some lessons. I can show you how to let go of that excess tension so your joyful, amazing essence can come on through your performance. Okay, very good. I'll see you tomorrow.